welcome to Tone Wars Sunday night. I am Carrie, and that's Jarrod.
That's so much better.
And this is Peppy.
Yeah, most importantly, this is Pepper.
Yeah, we got a special guest on Tone Wars tonight.
Yep, I've been dog sitting, and he wanted to be on tonight, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. He's such a good dog.
This is my dog. Pepperoni, Pepper, Peppy, Pep. What are you doing? You're freaking out there. Yep. He is, what is he called? He's a Pomchi.
Pomchi, yeah.
Yeah, Pomeranian Chihuahua mix.
Yep.
And he is the sweetest,
Happiest, most cartoony dog ever.
lovable. Yeah, he is so good. He's really quiet unless somebody comes to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's literally a living cartoon.
He almost got eaten by the neighbor's Rottweiler today.
Yep, that was fun.
This is going to be a little snack.
A little snack. Yeah, that was a fun little moment there.
Yeah. Aw.
I guarded him with my life, though.
Thank you. Because
so
I would have
still
been
here.
devastated.
Oh, I would have been devastated,
Yes,
man.
you would have.
Yeah.
He's trying to get over to the snacks right now.
Oh, what do you got in there?
We have
Chips?
chocolate chips. But
Oh, he can't eat
you
chocolate.
can't have those.
Nope.
No chocolate chips for
Nope. Or else he's going to turn into a chocolate fountain.
you. Yeah.
That's what happens, man. Gives them the chocolate fountains.
He brought a little bit of sugar down to try to keep me awake.
Yeah, she's yawning again.
You guys remember last week I was so yawny? I felt so bad. I'm like, maybe some chocolate will get me through.
Oh, I'm yawning. Crap.
That's funny. All right, let me say hi. Flux was the first one in. He says, go Carrie and Jarrod. Excited to hear the QC do the Mark VII.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Will?
Hope everyone is doing great. I'm still at my studio playing my Ibanez 7-string. My band's learning Make Me Bad by Korn.
Oh, sweet, man. Awesome.
Dean Harkness, what's up, guys?
What's up, Dean?
He got a pellet grill. Oh, nice.
Oh, good for you, dude.
It's on now, Jarrod. I like smoking a small brisket and some
Dude,
brisket.
we gonna smoke a brisket. Yeah, we'll be doing that soon.
I want to do that.
I want to do that.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, we'll be doing that soon.
Yeah, Steve-O. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Dean says, I tried out Neural DSP 2C+. It's pretty cool. Haven't had enough time with it, though, but the presets are actually decent. What a concept.
Oh, cool.
Now back to the smoker.
Yeah, now back to the smoker. We know where your priorities are.
It's all right. I want him to learn how to do ribs. I want smoked ribs so bad.
I want smoked ribs.
Well, you didn't do it.
Yeah,
You bought them and then let them
go bad. So I know that was $30 shot to hell. I will. I'll get it done. It's some stuff I got to learn here.
It's a must. Okay.
Yeah.
What is this month? Almost April.
So by June.
Okay.
Is that fair?
By June, I want to eat some smoked ribs.
Some ribs.
Some ribs.
I'll be doing some experimenting beforehand to make sure that they're up to par.
Yeah. The perfect ones, though,
Yeah.
by June.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll be eating some without you.
Nah.
Experimenting.
Let's see. Jay Croft, what's up, players?
What's
Ready
up, Jay?
for the cultists to show up with their torches and pitchforks.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of butt hurt the other day.
That's what you're saying, huh?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't care. You know, I mean, people are going to think whatever they want, and that's what, that's what the interwebs is all about. You know.
Flux says, my Diesel VHX uses DSP effects, and I love it. It sounds perfect to me. They just released a beta version of the new OS, and it has 2 destructive upgrades, and I don't like them. I'm staying the latest OS.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sometimes those beta updates are, they could be a problem, just like beta males.
Are you going to stand the whole time, or are you going to get comfy?
How's he going to get comfy, though? He's going to slide off your lap.
There.
Your legs aren't up high enough.
You can lay down and get comfy. Flux says he's bummed because he wants to use the upcoming software editor.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Acoustic, hello, man.
Hey, haven't seen you here in a bit. Good to see you, man.
Here. Flux, I love updates and have new features, not updates that change the overall tone.
Yeah, sometimes that's a problem, isn't it? You know, you get this update and you're like, man, something sounds weird. And we just, yeah, don't change the tone. Just give us more features, you know? Yep. Sometimes that's not good.
Yes, top of the evening to ya.
And top of the evening to you, sir. What's up, Chris? Yeah, I'm yawning. Doggone it.
Need some chocolate?
No, apparently. Have some tea.
Kyle Hart says, those captures came out great. I know you're killing it in the store. Hey, Kyle.
Oh, thanks, man. What's up, Kyle? Good seeing you here, then. Thank you very much.
Ben Burnett.
What's up, Ben?
How are you, man? He says, hello. Word up.
Word up. Word to your mother.
The Metal Edge is here. Happy Rockin' Sunday, everyone.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Ronnie K is with us. He says,
What's
cute
up, Ronnie?
dog.
What's up, Ronnie?
Flux said, sweet dog. He is a sweet dog. Raven Blackfeather. Hey there, everyone. Looking forward to more killer tones.
Thank you. What's up, man?
Jay says, I mixed a bulldog with a Shih Tzu once.
Wonder what dog that would be. Everybody's seen Dumb and Dumber. Bullshit.
Uh-huh. So yes, he's probably nervous being watched by dozens. Oh yeah, the dog.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit down?
You don't want to sit down,
No.
buddy? He just keeps staring at me. I mean, I don't blame him. The view's amazing from where he is.
Oh gosh. Peppy. Just wipe that off of you, man.
Yeah. Ew.
Al Acoustic says cartoony dog. Laugh out loud.
He is, man. He's a total cartoon. This dog is like super cartoony. He's lovable and funny, but he literally looks like he acts. He acts mainly like he just jumped out of a cartoon.
This is what he does to me at night. Like when I sit down to finally watch TV, he stands on my lap, and I'm like, dude,
Sit down.
I can't see over top of you. That's funny. Gravel Rocks, he says, I finally found a use for the Mud Killer with the Badlander 25. It's an awesome amp.
Oh, awesome, man. I'm glad you're digging the Badlander. Good to see you here.
Ben says, my dog sees your dog and it's losing his poop. You get him. Woof. Let's get him, Peppy. Let's woof it.
He's scary.
Woof it.
He's so scary with his little Bambi legs.
He does. Look at his long Bambi legs. He was so adorable when he was a little pup. I got him when he was like 3 pounds. He's a whopping 7 pounds now.
Yeah.
But he was all leg, like a little deer.
Yep. Look like a daddy long leg spider dog.
Jay says, I should have brought some shot glasses out to the garage. The Carrie yawning drinking game is about to start. It's going to be Jarrod this week.
Hey, Jay, what cigar are you smoking right now? Is it a Skiro?
He sent you a picture.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I was warming up for once.
Steve-O says, I had a very animated Roddy, just a big goofball. Loved kids, other dogs, etc. The only time I ever saw aggression was the first time he laid eyes on a cow.
Oh, dang.
A cow?
Probably saw hamburgers.
Yeah. Jay says, smoked ribs is the first thing I'm making when I get my smoker. Oh, heck yeah.
Hell yeah. Is that the Davidoff? I wonder if that's what it is.
Ben says, I just smoked
Don
13
Barton.
full slabs of baby back ribs for the Deacon Joe party, Memphis dry rub style. Oh, that sounds amazing.
That does sound really good.
Dean
Very
says,
good.
there's plenty of YouTube videos on ribs. Look for a really fat guy and you can't go wrong. That's going to be you someday.
Probably. This is how I do ribs.
The next YouTube channel will be The Smoker.
The smoker.
Many different kinds of smokes.
And I'll be huge. I'll be enormous. Hi, this is Cletus. Cletus Diabetes. Here's how I make ribs.
Jim Simmons. I tried out the free neural amp modeler with Leon Todd's amp capture of his Mesa Mark 7, and it sounds very good.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, there's some good stuff out there. You know, there really is. There's some bad stuff and there's some good stuff. You know, I mean, Tonex needs to catch up with some good stuff because, man, yikes, their high gain stuff right now. I mean, if you do captures on it, it's good, but there's a lot of bad free ones right now. They need to figure that out.
Ben says now he's spinning in circles and barking, and the other dogs are chiming in.
Sorry.
He just made himself comfy on the couch.
Yeah, he's sitting on the couch now. Get on up there, buddy.
CS says, Jared, how do you get through the door with a head so big?
I grease the sides, you know. I got to keep it high and tight over here, and then I grease my ears, and I can get through just fine.
So Flux says, now that you've made captures with the main three, the QC, Kemper, Tonex, which is the best overall system between the three in terms of features, ease of use, profiling, user profiles, tone? Question mark.
Man, I would say my first inclination as far as ease of use is going to be the Quad Cortex. I mean, I could come down here and make captures with that very easily. I love the map it gives you on the screen, how to plug everything in. It's simple, and it's very consistent. So like, it doesn't freak out on certain amps like the Kemper does. The Kemper is great, don't get me wrong, but every once in a while I plug in an amp to it, and it's like, yeah, this amp is really flubby and crappy sounding, and I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is, and I got to sit there and argue with it, and like, turn the gain down, turn the bass down, turn the resonance down, and I got to sit here and figure out, how do I trick this Kemper into thinking that this amp is not as flubby and goopy as it's profiling it to be? But with the QC, I've never had an issue. Every time I profile an amp with it, it comes out exactly how I want it to. I still check them, but even when I check them, I'm like, why am I checking these? So ease of use, features, and all that, I would say, as far as consistency and all that, Quad Cortex, obviously the Tonex has hardly any features. I mean, it does a really good job capturing the amps, but it's got reverb and a noise gate. So, but it's a parasitic product. So you hook it up to your pedal board full of effects, and then it works great, or a digital platform with effects, and it works great. But that thing is the hardest thing to capture with, because you need a really nice computer, which I now have. And you got to hook it up a certain way. I mean, it's a nightmare to work with.
Yeah, so Jimmy, if you're watching, thank you for helping.
Oh yeah, my brother helped me out big time. So, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing captures with the Tonex because of how much work it is. But I'm gonna do it, and
because he spent the money on it.
Yeah, I bought the thing, so I'm like screwed now. I got to do it. Kemper still is a great piece of gear. It really is. I think it does a great job. But like I said, there's just certain amps that the Kemper struggles with a little bit, and I think they need to come out with a new unit, upgrade and update the algorithm and make it more consistent, and it's going to be great, because you have to pick an amp similar to the one that you're profiling before you profile one, and that's something that, also is another step. So
Jay says he's enjoying a cigar the Aristocrat would appreciate, along with coffee and cream spiked with Knob Creek smoked maple.
Dude.
That Knob Creek smoked maple is...
How come everybody's having a better night than us? We got people eating some awesome food and smoking stuff, and
we had an awesome day.
We did have an awesome day.
Yeah.
Well, and we're here doing our thing. So yeah.
And we have a cute little doggy.
Yeah, you guys don't have a dog staring at you from a pillow.
Dogs. Some of them do.
They don't have a cartoon dog though.
Yeah, he's over on the pillow on couch.
He's looking at us right now.
You're having to be like over here in dreamland tonight and not paying attention. It's my little Peps. Little Peps.
He's awesome. My cat hates him though. He's been hiding since he got here, so I'm like, great.
Martin Hensley, I think Line 6 is going to bring out the next big Helix.
Yep, I think Line 6 needs to come out with a new unit that does profiling, and I think their interface is going to be just as good as, if not better than, the Quad Cortex. I think they're going to come out with something amazing. I really do.
Ben Burnett says, How to Barbecue Right by Malcolm Reed. And he is huge, but his recipes and methods are easy to follow.
Oh, good to know.
I'll
thank you.
Screenshot down.
Please, and thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tony Krawczyk, rolling in 15 minutes late. Good day. Good day, Tony.
Good day, Tony. Good to see you, man.
Jay Croft says, feel the fat dude in the Ernest movies. Makes a mean rack of ribs. Feel like the fat dude in the Ernest movies.
I've never seen those movies.
Me? Sorry, man.
I don't have kids.
CS, that was an ego comment. You really don't have a big melon, Jared. Joking.
I know.
You don't have a big melon. Steve-O says, I used my Kemper with your Splon profile at practice again yesterday. This time I ran it through a power amp and my EVH 412 sounded fantastic.
Oh, awesome, man. Glad you liked it.
No.
So you must have used one of the DIs then, huh? That'll sound really good. That's a great amp, man. It really is. I used it yesterday in some of my some of my songs that I recorded, so album's almost done.
High Roller is here. He says, I'm a model. I'm a model. I'm gonna do my little turns on the
catwalk.
J Croft says my dog is sitting next to me on my new leather chair. Oh yeah. How is that king throne working out for you?
He's pimping.
Yeah.
He be pimping and stuff.
Axiom, how are you?
What's happening?
Says my chirping is driving me nuts when I mix. How do you deal with it?
Chirping.
My chirping is driving me nuts when I mix. How do you deal with it?
I don't know. Please elaborate on the chirping. I'm not sure what you're talking about, so I'd love to help you.
Yeah.
I'm just not understanding the question.
Flux says, so modeling is dead, question mark.
Yes, let's get into that, and then we'll answer your chirping question when it pops up. So I've been saying it for a couple years now on the live streams. You know, I've been wanting to do a video about it, and I announced I would do a video about it last Sunday, and I did. So I see a trend. Like all the new units that are coming out are they might have modeling in them, but they're adding profiling. You know, and they're doing that for a reason. Well, for a bunch of reasons. Number one, I think that these guys know deep down inside that it tends to be a little better. And I also think that the guys that are always doing the updates are like, hey, let's do all the guys that sell profiles do the updates, and we'll just update features and routing and stuff like that. And, you know, they're like, you know, they're getting paid for it. We're not. We're just we already released the product and sold it. We're just doing free updates. So that's smart on their part. Like now they can sit back and let us update the product with our profiles, you know. I mean, the thing is these products are only as good as the profiles that are, or the guitar tones that are in them, you know. So instead of these guys getting an amp and spending months and months and months, you know, or weeks or whatever it takes to model it, they can just have us update it with our profiles. So I think that that's a huge thing for them, is they're letting us do all that for them while they work on other things like features and routing and stuff, like I said earlier. But and like I said in that video, you can have whatever you want, whenever you want. I mean, you name the amplifier and you could find it out there in the market regarding profiles. I mean, you really can. There's probably exceptions to that, but they're very few. But you name the amplifier and find it in the modeling community, good luck. You know, and I know there's guys that do tone matching, but I think that's a bunch of BS. I don't think the tone matching really does what it's supposed to do. I've played a couple like that back in the day. Maybe it's improved over the years, I don't know, but the ones I tried did not sound good at all. So I just think that profiling is definitely better for the reasons that I listed and the reasons I listed in my video. Now, is modeling going to go away forever? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a part of the deal for a while. Just like DVD players. You know, DVD players were huge. They replaced VCRs, and they're around for a long time, and they're still around. You can still buy one for $50. But back when I was doing retail, they were $9.99.
What is it now? What do people do now?
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray?
They do Blu-ray. They do 4K. They do, you know, I guess
Hey,
there's...
We just get them like off the apps.
Yeah,
like
that's what a lot of people do. Yeah.
Amazon and iTunes.
Stream it,
Stream
you know.
it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, so are DVD players still around? Yeah, I got one in my gym. Right there in that room there. When I'm working out and I want to watch a flick, I'll throw a DVD in there. I don't care. I still got DVDs, but...
You have so many DVDs.
Yeah, there's a pile of them over there. Yeah,
he's
Blu-rays.
like a freaking Blockbuster video.
Kind of am, yeah. But see, DVDs went down in price. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's still people that'll buy DVDs and DVD players. They're not junk. They're cool. I mean, I got them. I use them for my gym. But if I want to watch a movie, like sit down and have friends over and watch a freaking nice movie, I'm not going to watch a DVD. I'm going to watch a Blu-ray, you know, and it's just better. You know, the picture's better. So
Hey, I think the It's the Blue People movie. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, the Smurfs? No, I'm
No.
just kidding. Oh gosh.
The blue aliens on the other planet.
Yeah.
Fart in a bucket.
Now I can't think of it.
Anyway, I think it's out now.
On DVD?
No, like rentable.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. Or at least it's like they're advertising that it's going to be out soon.
Interesting.
To rent. You can probably buy it now.
Yeah, the James Cameron
Gosh
flick.
darn it! What is that? Somebody tell me what. Jay? What are we talking about?
Yeah. What the hell? I can't think of it now.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. But so it doesn't mean that modeling's garbage or it's obsolete or it's junk. It's just I think products are moving on to other things. They'll keep the modeling. I mean, look what Headrush Avatar. Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, thank you. So look what Headrush just did. They released a product with stuff that they had done back in like 2006 in there, the PV stuff. I mean, they're just putting it in there for you, but they're also doing capturing and profiling now. So that's basically what I was saying. It's dead as far as like, oh, it's the best. No, it's taking a back seat now, and it's given way to profiling because, again, for the things I mentioned earlier, profiling is just better. You know.
Axiom said pick scraping against the strings, chirping.
Oh. I don't know. I don't.
Jay said, Axiom, have you tried using a de-eraser? And he thought maybe that was only used for vocals.
Oh, a de-esser?
Oh,
de-esser. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. D-E-A-S-E-R, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry. De-eraser.
Yeah. I haven't had any trouble with that, really. I mean, I don't recall having any problems with that. Pick scraping against the strings. I mean, occasionally...
Maybe it's just his style.
You hear this, but that's normal, you know. I mean, you can't get rid of that. I kind of like that because it's, you know, it's natural guitar sounds.
Jay said, Axiom, that's the initial purpose, but if you find the particular problem frequency, most de-essers will let you isolate that chirping sound so you can take it.
Oh, that's cool.
Tame it, sorry.
Yeah, give that a try. Yeah, thanks, Jay.
Martin Hensley, have you tried the new Headrush Prime?
No, I want to, but I'm not going to buy it. So the only way I'd try it is if somebody sends me one, you know.
Misha, M-I-S-C-H-A, not sure if I pronounced that right, but he says, it tends to be a little better, in quotes. Please define better. It tends to be a little bit, maybe when you were saying...
profiling's better. Well, it's more 3D, you know. I found that profiling, now it depends. Now the downside of profiling is there's bad profiles out there, you know, so the profiles are only as good as the dude making them. So, I mean, I've played some really bad profiles that sounded like crap, you know, but I've also played some really good profiles. So you just got to find the right people that make the kind of profiles that you like. And some of it's not even subjective. I mean, a shitty sounding profile is a shitty sounding profile, you know, but a really good one is a really good one. But as far as like if a profile's done right, okay, you're going to have more 3D, more texture, fullness. You're going to have a better feel to it. And it's just a completely different way of doing it. Now, some people like gave me some crap in the comment section of my last video saying, oh, it's just a snapshot of an amp. It's like, well, okay, dude, these amps all have a sweet spot, okay? Like the EVH Stealth has a sweet spot. My Leviathan, my Mesobar, they all have a sweet spot. I set it up a certain way. And most of the people that have these amps would be setting it up very similar to that anyway. So I set them up that way, I profile them, and you're good. Now, I'll give you several different variations of those settings in my profile pack. But for the most part, most amps just have a good sweet spot in them, and you're good to go. So having a snapshot of an amp is fine, as long as it's snapshotted the right way. Now, you can tweak it further with the EQ that's in the unit, and I know it's not the same EQ that the amp has, but for the most part, if you want it to be a little brighter, it's a little brighter. I mean, let's not split hairs here. It's brighter. So But yeah, I mean, I just think the profiles are better, and the fact that they're more available and there's more variety available, and there's more variety of those individual amplifiers available as well. It's like it's endless. I mean, it's so much better for those reasons. And I've played all these digital platforms for a long time, and I just very much prefer, something that does a profile than something that does a model. You know.
Steve-O says, I think modeling will evolve to fill the void for cheaper all-in-one units.
Yep, it'll still be here, just like DVD players are. But the higher-end units are always going to do either profiling or both. But that will be a feature in the higher-end units. And all you XFX guys that, have an XFX, God bless you, I'm glad you love it. And seriously, I'm glad you love it. But the cultists in that community, and man, some of these guys, it's like, God, they just lived their whole life. I mean, do you have XFX pajamas, and XFX sheets, and, I mean, some of these guys are just such fanboys.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you have Kemper jammies.
No, I don't. I have a Kemper thong. Ew. This is Kemper right up the back. No, no, the thing is, though, is some of these guys that are such fanboys and cultists of the XFX, it's like they got so butthurt about it.
That I'm here. You tell all your dirty little secrets.
The dirty little secrets. but the thing is, these same XFX cultists that are mad at me for what I said are the same ones that are guaranteed going to buy the XFX 4 or whatever one it's going to be that also does capturing or profiling. They're going to do it, and it's coming, guys. So all you guys that said modeling's better, don't buy you can't. You're not allowed to buy the new one now because you said modeling's better, so you have to stay with that. So how's that for you, But they won't. They'll jump ship. These guys jump ship every time, and the last unit they had and bowed before and built a shrine to is now a turd. And, the better one, the new one's even better, These guys are such fanboys, Drives me nuts.
Flux says, I agree. Modeling is definitely dead to me. I only use models as backup to my real amp, and I only care about using captures or profiles of my actual amps now. Let's go, line 6. Catch up.
Yeah, I hear you, man. And that's the thing with me. Like, if I was to do a show next week on a stage somewhere, I would just capture one of my amps and take it with me and leave the amp at home. So, I just think instead of using someone else's model that they created, I can capture my own amps the way I like it and take it with me. It's not hard. I can do it, and it's awesome.
Jeff Hirschberg, thanks for joining us.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
He says he's late to the party. Hope you guys are doing well. The latest modeling versus capturing video was excellent.
Oh, thank you.
Axiom did say, it is my style, I'm sure. I try to correct it, but I'm having no luck.
Maybe get a softer pick, too. Like if you're using a real loud, scrapey pick, try something a little softer, like chicken picks. They're actually a little softer. They have a different sound to them. So try that too. That's something that might help you.
Raven Blackfeather, hey man. He says that Headrush model is a monster, way too big for my liking, and I totally think Line 6 is coming out with something wicked soon. Oh,
I agree. They are. And that Headrush is huge. It is enormous. Yeah, Headrush, I think they did I haven't played it yet, obviously, but I think they did a great job, at least conceptually, with the unit regarding the profiling. I think it's good that they added that, because if they would have came out with one that just did modeling, it would be like, why did you do that? So that's the thing I want to ask you guys. Like, if Line 6 came out with a Helix that just did modeling, now, there would have to be something extraordinary for people to switch to it. If it just did the same thing that it's doing right now, it'd have to have more DSP and maybe a touch screen or something.
I know this is taking me back to kindergarten or whatever, but what's the difference between, because you loved the Helix.
Yeah.
When it was the first thing you got, and you threw away all your amps because you had the Helix. What's the difference between what the Helix does, which is the modeling, and then the QC, the KEMPER and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so the models in the Helix are basically whatever you have in there is what you get. So
So you're not copying something, you're making something.
Well, they're copying the components of the amplifier, and they're copying the knobs, they're copying the things that the amp does individually. Like all the ingredients of the amp are in there. But a cap or a profile is basically I stick a mic in front of a cab, fire up the amp, run these sounds through it, and it picks up what the amp's doing with the cab and the mics, and it picks up that sound and feel of all of that. Or I can just get the amplifier itself without the cab, and it picks up all the circuits blended together. It's like a blended together sum of what that amp does, as opposed to what those individual components do, and you can tweak all those individually. So on a model, you can tweak literally the same treble knob that the amp has. But with a Kemper, it has a treble knob, but it's just a general EQ that is the same on every, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like putting the EQ on the studio and then you're just turning things up and down. That's basically it. The problem is, though, is when you get a like a Helix or something like that, as good as it is, you don't get new amps until they update it and give you new amps that they modeled themselves. If I want a new amp with my Kemper or Quad Cortex, I can either do it myself or buy them from somebody who did it. So that's the difference.
Tony says, Jarrod, what brand of curved microphone isolator do you use or prefer in front of the Mesa 2x12?
Oh, this is, what is this thing? Is there a name on it?
Yeah, right here.
This is the NEEWER NW8 vocal booth. It's actually a vocal booth isolator, but newer. Yeah, so that's what that is. And I've had this laying around here for a while, and I just decided a while back to put it there.
Jim says, I would like to see new capturing amps come out that just plays the profile and have their software for the capturing only.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That would be interesting, too. I think some people said the tech doesn't cost that much or whatever, the chip or whatever, because it's already made and whatever, so that's why they just... In other words, if they took the profiling ability out of that product and just sold you it as a player, some people say that it wouldn't save you enough money to make it worth it, so it's like, you know, but I don't know.
Misha says, the amp has a sweet spot, in quotes. It's dialed in for the ideal sound to your taste with your guitar in your room, etc.
Yep,
that
you're
may
right.
not translate well for someone else's use case.
That is true, and that's why we give you a range within that sweet spot. We give you, you know, so if the sweet spot is the treble should be at 1 o'clock, you know, I'll give you anywhere from 11 to 2 o'clock on the treble. You know what I mean? In those settings. Or I'll even do one better and just move the mic around to give you different sweet spots with the mic. So
he has several comments if you want.
Yeah,
I can just
read. Sure.
The EQ on profilers not being authentic to the original amp isn't really the only issue. The more you tweak from the original profile, the further it'll drift from realism, especially with gain controls.
I'll address them one at a time.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, you're pretty much right with that. Like, yeah, you don't want to tweak too much because you're right. It is an EQ, like I told her and said earlier in this video. Like it's just a mastering EQ. It doesn't reflect exactly what the knobs on the amp do. You're right. And you don't want to tweak it too far. But the thing is, though, is if a profile is done properly, you shouldn't have to. If you got to do a ton of tweaking to a profile, then it was a piece of crap profile. You shouldn't have to do, you should do very little, and that's it. And I guess, I'll add to my argument too, and just say, well then when you go in a studio, there's a lot of processing done to guitar tones. Does that mean, does that sound fake? I mean, what you're looking for is just what's going to work for you, but you shouldn't have to tweak a ton. Like if I make a profile for you, and you got to spend hours with it to make it sound good, then it's a crappy profile. Or maybe I'm so far off from what you like, then, you know, we need to have another talk. You know, but and now as far as gain goes, you're right. I mean, with the Kemper, it knows what gain is from 0 to wherever it said it ended at. But if you go beyond that, it's going to treat it, the gain structure will be a little different. But we're kind of splitting hairs here a little bit with that, though. You know, I mean, you're right, but some of this stuff is kind of like, you know, Well, technically this, but you know, the end of the day, does it sound good? Yeah. Does it have enough gain for you? Yeah. Okay, then go for it.
He said, if profiling is superior to modeling, explain Fractal's artist roster versus Kemper. Boogie Mark Series base knob stays under 2 Amorite? 2 AM.
I don't know what that means. Well, the thing is, though, is you have to understand there's a lot of people that use, like people threw the whole John Petrucci thing at me. Well, John Petrucci uses an XFX. Yeah, he does. He uses it for cable method. He doesn't use the amp tones, jackass. He uses it for cable method. He uses the effects. So anybody who wants to shove that crap in my face, well, I'll shove it right back in your face because you're wrong. He doesn't use it as for an amp tone. He uses it as a for cable method processor that handles his effects and does his switching and routing for him. That's all he uses it for. That's it. And I hope I put a bow on that for one last time. I mean, some of these people trying to come and dunk on me, and I'm like, no, you're wrong. Now, as far as their artist roster and stuff goes, look, there's plenty of people out there using Kempers too. Now, I haven't sat down and counted, well, this many people use this, and I don't know. Everybody's got a huge artist roster, you know. I mean, you know, what's his name from Megadeth is Ikiko. He's playing a quad Cortex. I mean, there's plenty of people playing all kinds of different stuff out there. But one thing that you guys have to remember is this. If you don't understand how the music industry works, let me give you a quick lesson on that. If you're in a band and you're a big touring band and you have a band manager, guess what that manager's job is? His job is to make sure that when you go out on tour, you have as little cost to your band as possible so that you can make more money because he already knows the tour is going to cost a fortune. You know, so what he does is he makes phone calls. He reaches out to companies and says, hey, my band, XYZ band, is going on tour. We're going all over the place. And I understand you have a new unit or a new whatever that coming out. I mean, we can definitely use that on the tour. And of course, we'll take some videos and some pictures of this, and our audience will see this as well. And you know how it goes. It gets up on social media, and everybody's like, oh, guitar player so-and-so is using brand X now. And everybody goes out and buys brand X. They know how it works. Same reason why James Bond wears a certain kind of watch and, oh, yeah, what time is it, you know? I mean, it's all marketing. So what do? The company, if they're smart, they'll send them a free piece of gear, okay? That is under that brand and whatever. And the only agreement they have is use it, but make sure you take some photos and you do a little, hey, here's my rig rundown. That's why you see rig rundowns. It's all symbiotic. It's all the way things work. So that's why these guys get these things. It's not about, oh, I bought this. No, I guarantee you most of them didn't buy any of that stuff. Some of them probably did, but a lot of them didn't. A lot of them got those because they had a manager that reached out to these companies and got these things for them. And they don't even know they're using it until the tour starts. Like, well, on this tour, you're using it. Okay, I guess I'm using this for this tour. That's how that stuff works, you know? But they're not going to tell you that. The artist isn't going to go, well, a little inside baseball here, guys. My manager got me this product. I mean, that takes all of the credibility away from the product. So that's how it works.
Dave Rebell is here. Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up, Dave?
And Vince Salutari. Hey, he's joined us as well.
What's up, Vince?
Flux says Tonex is $3.99 and can profile. So profiling is already entering the affordable market. More will come. I'm holding out for Line 6 to make a profiler.
I can't wait till theirs comes out, you know. But so just so you know, like that's really how it works, you know, with all this gear and stuff. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't even care who's using what because I already know that there was a lot of backdoor deals done to get that there, you know.
I'm not sure how to. Oh, I scrolled. metal CC.
Oh,
Metal
okay.
CC, he says, bought your quad Cortex Mark 7 captures. They sound great.
Awesome,
and
thank
now
you.
I need to learn to play the damn guitar.
Hey, I'm probably gonna, yeah, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. I'm playing those tonight, and I freaking love these profiles. They came out so good, man.
Vince
Thank you.
says that he purchased your IR pack and really loved it. Highly recommend it to everybody.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Ben says a model is a simulation of what an amp is expected to do. A profile is a capture of what the amp actually does. Modeling is started.
I mean, like I said, modeling is it's going to be around a while, you know, but you'll see it on the more of the lower priced units, and you'll see it in the same units that do both, you know. But most people are going to steer towards captures.
Misha says the issue isn't even that it's a general EQ, it's that it's a layering EQ on top of the profiled sound rather than actually changing the character of the sound at its source.
So is a studio EQ. So should we not use those too? You know, I mean, like I said, I mean, when I do profiles on my Kemper or my quad Cortex tonight, what you hear, there's no EQ on it. These are the captures that I made with, and I did not touch one freaking knob in there, except for the volume knob for the solos. I just turned up my solos a little bit, but there's no EQ on this. You know why? Because I made these right. I made them properly. I've been doing this for a while now, so I make them so that you don't have to touch it. But if you do, it's very little. Like if you have to take any of my captures or profiles, and let's say, because they all come with the EQ and everything at noon, right? Everything's pretty much at noon, even though it wasn't at noon on the amp. That's just the way it transposes into the unit. And if you got to turn it up to 6 o'clock, I mean, it's a piece of crap profile. Or you're deaf, I don't know. But either way, if they're made right, you shouldn't have to really touch the EQ that much at all. You really shouldn't have to.
There's so many comments.
No, it's fine.
Where do we go? Let's see.
That's what this is all about. I don't care if you disagree with me. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's perfectly fine, and that's what this is about.
Let's get to them. I got like this long.
All right.
Jay says, I think Axe effects will continue to sell and be used by live touring acts. They are the best at what they do, but I would be shocked if they didn't incorporate capturing in a new unit.
Same here.
Adrian... I'm not going to try your last name because are the QC and the Tonex pedal captures ready for live performance too?
The ones that I'm doing are absolutely ready. And see, what I do is with the Quad Cortex, every time I do a capture pack, I actually do a preset with it most of the time anyways. I'll probably be doing that from now on. So you get a preset with it, and that's ready for live use. I have everything that you need. You do the pull down of the screen, or is it up or down? Yeah, up. And I got crunch, big crunch, lead, phase lead, wet flanger, dry flanger, reverb, and then I have an open one there that I didn't know what the hell to do with, so I left it alone. But, and all the volumes are adjusted, everything's ready to go, and then all you'll have to do is just fine tune it for what you're using it for, but that's it. I mean, and you get all the captures with it, so you can switch them out in the preset if you want. Pick your favorite one.
Steve-O says, that's what I do. Play all the profiles in a pack and pick the ones I like. Most of my tweaking is just for preset volume levels.
Yeah. Yep. And with my profile packs, the first 5 are the ones that you should stick with. Everything else after that, I'm starting to deviate just to give you a little bit more variety depending on your taste. But the first 5 are the ones that should be your top 5, you know.
Flux says, I love my HX Stomp XL and I could use it live in a pinch and no one would know. But a new gen Line 6 profiler that can emulate my VH4 and Invader 2, then I have an exact backup for live snafus with amp.
That would be awesome. Mm-hmm. And see, the thing that a lot of people don't talk about is feel. A lot of these guys are like, well, it sounds great, you know, but it's like, okay, that's great, but how does it feel? And honestly, there are units out there that the feel is not there. It feels brittle and stiff, and you feel like your strings are rusty. I've played them like that, and some of it has to do with the model or the IR, you know. So like Line 6 is great, don't get me wrong, but their older models do not sound or feel nearly as good as the ones they've been doing lately. So modeling's gotten better, but in my opinion, profiling surpasses it with sound and feel.
Michael Stewart, he said, I started adding different cab IRs to the Kemper amps to dial in specific album sounds.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can do that too.
Fox says, we know that Dave and Kiko use the QC. GM Iron Dave Mustaine runs 2 QCs. Ben Burnett, Fractal has a huge marketing budget. They did that for a distinct reason, and it worked because you bought it. You fell for it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of people playing this stuff. But I used to do retail. Okay, I used to work retail, and we used to go to these meetings, you know, and we would have these rah-rah meetings with all the manufacturers that when they came out with new products. And the Mitsubishi rep was telling us, he's like, you know, he just said, you know, when he's like, you know, the such and such, you know, football stadium has a big TV in there, and Sony dedicated that for them. He goes, but the one that's hanging in Wrigley Field, yeah, they bought that from us. We didn't give it to them. They liked it so much they actually bought it. So there's the thing. There's a difference with all this product placement stuff. You know, these people, these companies want to put something out there. That's why you saw Sony TVs on every single movie set and TV set. You know, when you watched TV shows, there was always a Sony monitor, a Sony TV in the background, and it's all product placement, guys. I mean, it really is. I've done retail. I know what that's like. And so that's what you're seeing out there. And what they're doing is they're hoping that everyone goes, ooh, so-and-so is playing this. And a lot of times these guys, they just turn it on. There it is. The blinky lights are all on, but they're playing through something completely different because they're meeting a requirement from the manufacturer to get some tour support. That's all it is.
Steve-O saw Ola using the Quad Cortex live.
Yep.
Let's see.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Misha. Jarrod, I never brought up John Petrucci. Plenty of bands use fractals amp modeling on tour. You keep saying that profiling is superior, but these artists could literally use anything they want.
No, you're right. I'm not saying you brought up John Petrucci. I'm saying a lot of other people did in the comment section in that last video. So don't take what I said directed at you. I'm just saying the people in the comment section, or you know, in yesterday's video were like, well, John Petrucci uses one. I'm like, yeah, he does. He uses a 4-cable method. You know, let's not forget the context here, you know. But yeah, you're right. There are players out there that play through all kinds of stuff. And some of these guys are so good, they can plug their guitar into a horse's ass and make it sound good. But that doesn't mean we should all buy horses now, you know. Just take it all for what it's worth, you know, at face value. I mean, it's just marketing. It really is.
Michael Stewart says adding IRs to Kemper does cool stuff. It felt more powerful.
Yeah, sometimes an IR can change everything. I learned that when I made my own pack. I was like, wow, now the Helix finally feels better.
ADA MP1 says, I have an XFX Mark II and got a QC for Christmas this year, and he loves both.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's okay to love both. Guys, I'll tell you this right now. If I had an XFX, I would probably dig it. I would probably think it's pretty freaking cool. You know, I'm not saying it's a piece of junk and you shouldn't use it. I'm just saying that, you know, when it comes down to brass tacks and you're trying to find what really is, you know, better for you, then you have to do the math on all that stuff and figure it out. I want variety, and I want control over my variety. I don't want to wait for Dear Leader to, you know, let me have whatever he feels like giving me when he feels like giving it to me. I want the freedom to get it for myself or make it for myself.
Misha kind of said he's the same thing. He said, my point is that both modeling and profiling are valid and disparate philosophies to crafting tone. Why can't it all coexist peacefully? This isn't a zero-sum game.
No, you're right. It should be able to coexist, you know, and that's why it does in the QC and now in the headrush, you know. Basically at the end of the day, just use what works best for you, you know.
Michael Stewart, which unit sounds better now, Quad Cortex or Kemper?
It really depends. I'll be honest with you, it really depends, because the Quad Cortex, if I take 20 amps and profile them, the Quad Cortex is going to be more consistent across the board with how well those profiles turn out. The Kemper is going to be less consistent. Some of them it's going to profile very well, and some of them it's going to profile a little off, and you got to trick it to, you know, make the amp sound better. In other words, you got to turn the gain or the low end or the resonance down or whatever. There's times, and this I'm talking high gain tones. Other tones it's easier. High gain stuff is the hardest stuff to get right. But I enjoy, as a profiler, I enjoy working with the Quad Cortex more because it's more consistent. But when I nail a profile pack with the Kemper, oh, it sounds beautiful. I love it. In fact, I recorded with my Kemper yesterday when TJ was here. I had it up in the living room. We went DI with it, and I sent him a DI that we ramped down here, but both of us were like really enjoying the hell out of how the Kemper sounded while I was recording yesterday.
Did you
So
switch cameras?
no.
Oh, looks like you're being filmed from that corner over there. It doesn't look like it's them.
No, I haven't switched them.
No.
No, that camera's not even on. So
Oh, okay.
no, we're straight on. See, I'm pointing right at the camera.
Jeff Cornell, hello, man.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Jim Simmons, a combo modeling amp with a capture player also would be good to see come out.
Yeah, that would be cool. Things are changing, man.
Flux says modeling will become better quality for less money as profiling takes hold. Misha,
That's a possibility.
if the profile is made right, you shouldn't have to touch the EQ much. Exactly why people who prefer modeling don't want to be at the mercy of other people's profiling taste.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a point there. So it really depends, you know. And but the thing is, though, is like I said, there are definitely bad profiles out there. I'll give that to you. You know, but there's some guys that have really good reputations as well. And if you just stick with them, you're good. But that being said, like the Mark IV that's in the Helix is terrible. I cannot make that thing sound the way I want it to. It's just very difficult to work with, and it's an older model, but they're not going to update it. You're kind of stuck with it until they come out with the new Helix, and I don't know if they're going to put a Mark IV in there or not. See, that's what I'm saying. Like there's always pluses and minuses with everything. You just have to pick the scenario that works best for you. I want control over how everything sounds, and I want it when I want it. I don't want to wait for it. And if I do a profile of like my EVH Stealth and a year from now, I'm like, you know, I just don't like how that profile sounds anymore. Guess what? I can redo it and make a better one or something that suits my taste now. You can't do that with a model.
Bobcat, hey man.
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm back after watching that new Fortin video. I've been messing around with the parametric EQ first in the chain.
Oh, nice. Cool, good. Glad you had a good vacation, man.
Daryl McMillan, I agree that Line 6's newer amp models are better than the originals. The new cabs are a huge leap forward.
Yeah, they are, man. What's up, Daryl? They really are much better now. So, yeah.
Flux says John Petrucci could play through a wet mop and sound amazing.
I know, he can, man. That guy's insane, man. You know?
Jay, I used to have an XFX and I actually miss it and would use it again, but I don't regret selling it to help fund my tube amps.
Yeah, that thing's difficult to use too, man. If you don't use the app or the whatever you call that thing on the computer, I mean the desktop, God, I can't think tonight. You know, I know what I'm talking about. The desktop, whatever thingy. Have fun with that.
Muzik Frick says modeling is dead is also just marketing buzzwords.
Well, I guess I don't know. I mean, I definitely wasn't trying to like do anything with that, but I mean, that was just my thoughts. And like I said, if you guys follow the channel long enough, you know I've been saying it for a long time.
Let's see. Misha says, can we all just agree it's a fantastic time to be a guitarist with endless options and competition ultimately benefiting the consumer? Absolutely, Misha. Absolutely. I can agree on that big time. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the big three cars, you know, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge back in the day, like fighting at the track every week with the best motors and everything. And it's just fun. It really is. The problem is the cultists, that they're the ones that cause all the problems because they just won't listen to reality or reason at all. They're just like, no, our product's the best. And it's like, it's all ego driven, where I'm always like, just pick the right thing for you. And if somebody wants to say, well, you know, I understand what you're saying, but I really love my Axe FX or my Helix, I'll be like, good. I'm glad you like it. I mean, as long as you enjoy it, then play it. You know, I'm not trying to be the guy with the certain flavor of ice cream, you know, at Baskin & Robbins going, ah, you should have got this. No, yours sucks. No, you made the wrong. No, pick what you like, unless it's Superman. Give me yeah. If you're an adult, Superman or Blue Moon. Yeah, if you're an adult having Superman or Blue Moon, yeah, it's time for you to be put out the pasture. Can you imagine that? I want Superman. Like, I wonder if Luke would still pick that now that he's
Yeah.
13. Adrian says, I used a laptop with Amplitude 5 Live, just hoping no updates. And all my friends were, what amp are you using? Not seeing it. I think live you won't notice, but my QC is still my favorite than Iridium.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, live, as long as you sound good, who cares? You know? The audience won't know, that's for sure. I mean, most of the audience will not know at all.
They won't know and won't care.
Yeah, they don't care. As long as it sounds good.
As long as they can hear the singer.
Yeah. That's enough chocolate for you, young lady. Now you're getting sassy. I don't know if I like you better, Yanni or sassy.
Right.
She is cut off.
Jay says, I think modeling and capturing will both continue to push boundaries. It's pretty insane how far this tech has come in the last 5 years.
Oh, it really is. It really is, you know. And again, just to reiterate, there's reasons why I think profiling's better, and it's not just based on how it sounds and feels. There's other reasons. The availability, the variety. You can have whatever you want when you want. You can do your own stuff, you know. So you can't model your own amps, but you can profile them, you know. So those are the other reasons too. So let's not forget about that.
Michael Stewart, I struggle going from clean to dirty with my Kemper on amp volume.
Well, when you should be in performance mode, and when you're in performance mode, just adjust your volumes accordingly. You should be fine. I mean, I always struggle too when I put in my stuff into performance mode. I'm always like, oh, I got to adjust all these volumes. But once I get them, I hit save and I'm good, you know.
Pure Rock Fury, sold my Kemper. I'm going to fund my EVH 5150 300 watt EL34.
Oh, man. Good for you, man. Because let's all face it, amps are the best. You can't beat an amp.
Jason Taylor, hey man.
Hey, what's up, Jason?
He said, hey guys, just jumped on. I was thinking of getting a quad Cortex and wondering if you think this is the unit to get right, which offers the best of all worlds. I imagine it's only going to get better.
It's only going to get better, you know. I think, see, all right, so I still love the Kemper. Don't get me wrong. I still love it, but I think there's a new Kemper around the corner. I don't have any inside information. Yeah, I'll have to update my PJs.
It's got the Kemper toaster on it with some eggs and bacon.
Oh, man.
Love you.
Love you too. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think the Kemper's going to come out with the new unit. And again, I don't have any inside information on it. I really don't. I just have a feeling, because if Chris doesn't do something soon, I mean, they're going to get left in the dust. You know, they need to come up with a new unit. So I would say at this juncture, you know, quad, man, I just think it's newer. The algorithms are better. You definitely have way more DSP in it. And it's just getting started, you know. So I would probably steer you towards that. And I'm the guy that made the flop video a year ago. But it's come a long way since then, you know. And some of the stuff that I talked about in that video has been changed and updated. There's still some things they got to do. I don't care if they put the plugins in there now. I'll never play them. I'd rather just do my own captures. So
Flux says, so modeling will help beginner guitarists sound awesome easily and affordably.
Yeah.
Or soon. Sorry, not so soon. Modeling will help.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be more affordable tech in the next couple years. I think it's going to go down in price, and like the Boss stuff, you know, and all that. Like I said, like if the Headrush came out with a new unit and it didn't do profiling, no one would even be talking about it. It'd be like, whatever.
Nisha says, I thought I saw Vince Neil earlier today. Turned out it was just an old lady. Martin Hensley, I want a Helix because I like Line 6 products, but I want the next big Helix.
Yeah, I agree. Like, Line 6 is a great company. They really are. They're one of the few companies out there that are, especially in the digital realm, that actually answer their phone and talk to you and let you talk to tech support, where, man, all these other companies, like, good luck, you know.
Ben is doing my job for me. Thank you very much. He said, would everyone please hit the like button?
Oh, please, yeah.
There are 56 watching and only 26 likes. You can X out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up, the like button, and go right back into the live chat. It would really help us out if you'd do that.
Yeah. So in a minute here, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is.
What?
And
And like your own show?
no, I'm going to play some quad cortex captures. And I'll like my own show,
There you
too.
go.
Remember that guy on Facebook that likes everything he posts? I'm like, why do you like your own post? Freaking weirdo. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Let's see. Jim Simmons, a lower coast capturing unit and a stomp box pedal would be great.
Oh, Dean sent a picture of the.
Ooh, yes.
That looks good, man.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Damn, jealous over here.
Misha says the 80s never ended.
I love the 80s.
GM Iron, thoughts on the Headrush Prime? Question mark.
I want to try it. I'm definitely not going to buy one. Not because
so far behind. There's so many.
Okay, well, not because I don't think it's good. I'm done buying stuff for a while. But I want to look into it. I've heard good things, and I've heard some things that weren't bad, but just like, it's, it's okay. Headrush, it seems like it's always been, it's that always a bridesmaid, never a bride kind of thing with them, but we'll see, if it profiles really well, why not?
Let's see. Mark in the mix. I just arrived. Hello. I've noticed you liking the QC lately. Is it up to date to a point that you're happy? I'm anxious to see if and what Kemper may offer next. Yeah,
I like it better than I did the first time around. And I bought one again, and I was like, or not again, I borrowed Todd's first time. That was very kind of him to let me try it out. But there was just a lot missing at the time. Their models weren't good. There was missing a lot of effects, and it was just kind of like in its baby stage. Since then, they've had some updates, more effects, better effects. I love the chorus pedals in it. It's freaking insane. Because they did the Dreamscape pedal. I love the Dreamscape chorus pedal. So they put that in there. And the profiling with it, especially since they've updated it, the way that you hook everything up is so much better. I can test my profiles easier. And I just think, again, it's just more consistent to work with. After working with it for as long as I have now, I'm finding like you don't get consistency levels out of something until you've worked with it for a while. And I've worked with it long enough to go, this thing is very consistent with the way it does things. So I'm real happy with it.
Ben says the Mark IV in the Helix sounds bad because they could not get the amp to work. Plus, they did not want to push their luck and burn the place to the ground. Mace is a fire hazard.
Yeah, Fire Marshal Bill was standing by. Let me show you something.
Shay says, Misha, I don't understand why the QC doesn't have an editor. Seems like an obvious thing. The touch screen is cool, but I prefer editing on a bigger screen and using a mouse.
A lot of people do that. Yep, a lot of people prefer that. I don't care, but, I get why other people do.
Kilroy99 says, I like Blue Moon. You can like Blue Moon.
How old are you? And
yes.
Your parents know that you're watching. Isn't it time for bed? Gosh, it's 8:09. I like Blue Moon.
ADA MP1 says, did you ever try Blug Amp 1? BLUG, Blug Amp 1.
This one right here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have it. It's a great unit.
Misha, but hey, at least we have yet another plugin. The world really needed the, what is that, 2C+? Because the Petrucci plugin somehow wasn't sufficient.
Yeah, man. The plugins are, I haven't played any of them, so I can't even speak on whether or not they're good or whether or not I like them. But one of these days I'll try them out.
Bobcat, it's official. Andy James left Kiesel. I saw they took him off the artist page and guitars off the builder. I asked him and he replied, I am. So we'll see what company he sides with.
Ah, see, it's all about the money, guys. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, if I was an artist and
show me the money.
Yeah, I would be that guy, because the thing is that as an artist, your career can end like that. Your band that you're in can end like that. Everything can end just like that. So you got to make as much money as you can. So when this happens, you're good, so.
Misha says, I wanted to upgrade from Kemper to QC, but no editor plus no plugin support equals hard pass.
Yeah, I understand. There's some stuff that Quad Cortex definitely needs to fix. The thing as a guy that makes captures for it, the thing that annoys me to no end with the Quad Cortex is have somebody on their lunch break, if you're watching this, Neural, have somebody on their lunch break come up with a folder system in your app so that when I upload all my captures, I could put them in one folder, so when someone buys them, I could take that one folder and send them all to them in the folder, as opposed to, you know, each one individually. I got to do 5 steps to send them. Now, I'm not complaining. Keep buying my stuff, please. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. But it's just it's a long process. And it would just help with that. And the thing is like, oh, you just want this for you. Well, yeah, I do. But the easier it is for me to make units or captures, you know, make your unit sound good, the better your unit sounds. So everybody wins. So what? No, I'm just saying, like, the easy, help me, help you. You know, it's one of those things where everyone's a winner. You know, the guy that buys them is a winner. I'm a winner. And everybody wins. Yep.
Let's see. The Laugh Out Loud Pawn says, hi, I heard QC has problems to capture some amps. Have you noticed some of these?
Not yet. I know that John Simon said it had a hard time capturing his Kraken, but I'm going to put that to the test.
I'm going to put it to the
I'm
test.
put it to the test. I'm going to call him a liar. No, I don't know. He might be right. I mean, could happen.
I scrolled. There it is. Misha says, I'm going abroad for like 6 months, and I really, really badly wanted a Quad Cortex because of the form factor and weight. But if Neural DSP can't deliver on their commitments, made mad sketchy.
Well, I understand. And see, that was a thing that I covered in my flop video, was when it first came out. It just, I'll be honest and still tell you guys, like, they rushed it. They rushed it. They were almost like, well, your food's not done, but since you're hungry, we're going to bring it to your table in the frying pan and still cook it at your table so you think you got your food yet. And it's like, well, if we can't eat it, we didn't get it yet, you know? And the plugins weren't in there, which, like I said earlier, I don't give a crap about because I'll never play them. I'll try them out, but I'll never use them. You know, there's an ecosystem that's there, but there's no marketplace. There's no desktop editor, which I don't care about, but I understand other people do. The effects, when it first came out, were extremely lackluster. And yeah, there was just some stuff missing that should have been there. And so it's not a good first impression. And you're not alone, dude. There's a lot of people that I've talked to that have said that they love it. And there's also a number of people who said, I don't know, until, like what you just said, until they start keeping their commitments and you know, keeping up with the promises, you know, that they made, then I'm not going to buy it. So I understand.
Jay Croft says, I think the editor is coming. QC has a lot of promise. I just think they released it before it was ready.
Yep. It was undercooked.
GM, yes, new Kemper will fit in your pocket.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Like the Saturday Night Live phone. Hello? Yeah, that'd be nice. Here's my Kemper. Oops, I dropped it. Oh no, where is it?
It's right in the
My mom
toilet.
vacuumed it up. Crap.
Tony says the best part is we all have increased options with technology and still have our real amps. Win-win, however you look at it.
Absolutely, man.
Martin wants to know what strings you use on your guitars.
I use, what do I use? The Paradigms, the Ernie Ball Paradigms, and they're great. I love these strings. Watch me snap one now. I better not, because these are newer. So if I snap one tonight, then they're crap, okay? But these are about a week and a half, 2 weeks old.
Compton McCarrow, I think that's how you say your last name. Hey, he joined late.
Hey, what's up, man?
Music Freak says, I think modeling is great, especially when you don't have a reference what it is supposed to be like. The Audio 11 amp, which is heavy and amazing sounding.
Oh, nice. I heard good things about it. Yep.
Let's see. Ben. Oop, where'd it go? Gosh darn it. Sorry, I lost my place. I don't know where we went.
Well, while you're finding it, you want me to play a
Yes,
mix? All right.
Oh, here it is. Ben says, Carrie, please tell these guys to hit the like button. I did, Ben. I told them, hit the like button.
She done did it.
I done did it.
All right.
Yes, you better hit that like button, man.
Yeah.
Daryl McMillan, I'm waiting for NAM. If Line 6 has a profiler, I'll get it. If not, I'll get a Tonex to run with my Helix HX Stomp.
That's a good combination, dude. It really is. I used it last week, and it's freaking awesome. I can't wait to start making Tonex stuff. I will be making those soon. I just got my new computer up and running, and boy, was that that was 2 days. I was up till 4 a.m. with my brother getting it all. It was one thing to hook up a new computer in your office, like, oh, let's transfer over my documents. But here, running this whole place and all the streaming and all the editing software, oh my God, it was, even my brother, who's an IT guy, was like, bro, you got a pretty elaborate setup there. I'm like, yeah, a little bit.
Jay sent us a super chat.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, he says he's requesting a live shootout between EVH 5150 EL 34 and EVH Stealth on the next live show.
Ooh. 5150 EL 30. Oh, these two guys. Yeah, I might be able to work that in. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Super chat that for you.
So you're going to super chat it for me?
I'm sorry. Screenshot it and super chat it.
Yeah, you can give me a super chat
But
too.
Dave gave you another super chat. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Dave Rebel.
Oh, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, man. Cheers.
All right, you want to play?
Yeah, I do. I does. All right, 1 second, guys. Let me take these out. You little in-ears. I'm going to listen through my Ion 8 monitors by Cali Audio. 1 second. I was being attacked by Pepper. We are back.
He's a licker.
Yep. He was being a groupie dog.
Braxel wants to know, he says, Jarrod, I'm thinking of buying your Mark VII pack. Does it have a clean capture in it?
No, but let me look in my app here. Let me check something for you because, I'm attached. Let me check my app out here. There is a awesome clean capture in there, and it is, let me look in here.
Stop it. Tim Coleman says, I would love presets of the Rev 120. I would definitely buy that.
I actually have a preset in my Ultimate Brutal pack of the Rev Purple channel. It's in there. It's included in the pack. So yes, I do have that available. If you get, let me look at my presets here.
Misha had to go back to work. So it's been real, and by the way, your intro to the Tonex video was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in guitar space.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Was it Gorge? Thanks, man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much, man. So the JP2C Perform, I believe, let me see.
Do you want to get down?
Oh, it doesn't have a clean in there. I'll tell you what, there's a Herbert clean. I know that's in there. If you get the Herbert,
Let's stretch it.
Email me. My email's in the, the description. I'll hook you up with something. I will. I'll get you something. Maybe I'll include that in the pack from here on out too. I haven't had a lot of requests for cleans, but yeah, I can make that happen for you.
We got another super chat.
Oh, thank you.
Jay. Wait, Dean. Dean too. Dean was first, super chat. Skeeter isn't sure about all this fancy technology.
Well, he ain't though.
Nope.
He ain't.
No, he ain't.
He just wants to plug
He's just a good old boy.
That's right. I'm just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm.
He's just a good old
Been in trouble with the law since the day I was born. That's right. I just want to plug my guitar into something loud, nasty, and stinky.
Loud and proud.
That's right. And just play that. All this highfalutin stuff with all these, weird screens and stuff on it. That's just a bunch of stupid. That's just a toy. You should say Toys R Us and have a little picture of Jeffrey on it.
Jeffrey the giraffe.
That's right. Little Jeffrey the giraffe tones here. If you're a man, plug into a damn amplifier and play like a man. Shit.
Jay's super chat request. Arnold tells Axiom he's going to blast away those annoying chirping sounds with his new grenade launcher.
Yes. Axiom, if you're having chirpy noises on your guitar tone, just call me. I'll come over there and blast them out with my huge grenade launcher to take care of it. In fact, there's a plug-in now. It's the Arnold grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher?
Yes, you just put it in there, and you don't even need an actual grenade launcher. You just put it there, and it'll kill all your little chirpy sounds. Maybe if you played like a man, you wouldn't have little baby sissy chirpy sounds on your guitar anyway. Yes. So start playing like a man, and you won't have little sissy chirpy sounds like even Jarrod does when he plays. His chirp, chirp. What is this chirp? What are you, a bird watcher or something? Stop it here.
You bird watcher or something.
I say that with a little doggy on my lap.
The best doggy in the world.
He is. He's the best dog.
So yes, I might have missed your super chat. I'm sorry. He says, I trump Jay. I want to hear the Splawn Nitro versus the Victory Kraken, 2 amps that we barely get to hear.
Ah, maybe we can do that. Splawn Nitro versus the Kraken. I think I got them together on one of my songs that I recorded. So yeah, those are both great amps. Very nice amps.
And Axiom thought he heard you chirping, so he's not going to worry about it so much.
Hey, I guess maybe I don't have the vernacular to understand what the chirps are, but I mean, if you're talking about that initial kind of pick attack kind of thing, I mean, that's what I call it. But I mean, if you got a really good pick attack, I mean, I wouldn't worry about that.
Dave said to tell you, Rebel, that you were flat on the 8th bar of the first riff.
Actually, I had a string go flat on me. That's why I was messing around with my whammy bar. My E string.
Jeff Cornell loves the Splawn.
Yep, I was right. My E string went flat on me. Damn E
Tone
string.
Ranger 78. I used to run a real quick rod cool amp. I can get the tone pretty easy with my XFX.
Awesome.
Let's see. Axiom, so I should shoot my fingers off. Bobcat, I still can't wait to see this music video. Oh yeah, me either.
Oh, it's coming. It is coming. I'm almost done. I got 2 more songs to record, and I'm done with the album. I thought I was going to be done yesterday, but we were talking about it. I'm like, I guess I could skip these last 2, and I don't know. It's been bugging me, so I gotta put them on there. But we'll see how things go. This is getting expensive.
Kyle says, "Yep, we all have bazookas in Mississippi."
That's right, man.
Axiom says, "Here in Indiana, we just use rocket launchers."
Rocket launchers.
Jay, no, but Tony Lumi lost his fingertips and doesn't chirp with those fingers.
Tony Iommi, yeah.
Oh, sorry. What'd I say?
Lumi.
Lumi, Lomi, whatever, yeah. Let's see. Paul Smith is here. Hey, Paul.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
I'm so sorry if I missed some of your comments. There's like
a billion.
Yes, yeah. I kind of skipped down to after you were playing.
Okay.
Flux the QC sounds pretty good.
Thank you.
Kyle Hart, I did have a cop ask me if I had a bazooka in my car once.
That's funny.
Let's see. Paul, you can reg outputs to front of house and turn the cab off and monitor outputs.
Yeah, you can do that. Yep.
Martin Hensley, what amps are in front of you?
What amps are in front of me?
No amps are in front of you.
Well, I guess across the room I have the PB Invective and the Engel Fireball, but those are one of them sold. Yeah, I haven't sold the Fireball yet, but.
Jay says the big question we should all be asking is if the QC has a bad monkey pedal capture. I would make one, but it would cost $500.
Dude, I should do that. I should do a bad monkey pedal capture. If Motor City's got them, I would borrow it and capture it, and I could charge like $500 for the capture, according to Josh Scott. So that would be nice.
Ew. Let's see, Dave Bell. I need Skeeter to do the intro for my podcast, YouTube Behind the Woodshed. I guess, yeah.
I'm sure he'll do it. It's going to cost you some moonshine, though. Shit.
Dean Harkness says, a moment of silence for Jeffrey the Giraffe.
Oh, yeah, Jeffrey the Giraffe.
Let's see. Tony says, I love your dog on the show. Such a happy cutie. He is.
He is.
He's a very happy cutie.
He's the happiest little perpetual. You can't be in a bad mood around this dog. I mean, he's super happy and silly.
He can be a bit much. Yeah. He's super affectionate and very clingy. So, like, if you're overstimulated,
like you,
he's not your friend at the end of the day. But
yeah, sometimes you're like, okay, dude.
It's enough. We are separate beings.
Yeah.
Go be by yourself.
Can I sew myself to you? He is the best couch potato buddy, though.
Yeah.
If you
don't feel good and you just want to bum on the couch, he is your buddy.
And the way he looks up at you is
it's like you're the most precious, wonderful thing that's ever happened to him.
It's the Puss in Boots
yeah.
look. He has the whole like eyes thing. He looks up at you and you're just like, no matter what you're doing, you're like, all right, I'll stop doing that. And what do you want?
It does. He gets those little precious moments, eyes.
He does, man. He's a little stinker, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his tail is the best. His little
foofy tail.
Curly foofy tail.
Now he's bugging me. Yeah, he loves me. He loves coming over here. I'm like the fun uncle.
You are.
I am.
He doesn't follow the rules at all.
Nope. He sleeps with me. He eats whatever I eat. You know, I feed him. She comes over and his food bowl is still as full as it was when she left it.
Because he eats all of Jarrod's.
Yeah, he eats all my scraps. And I feed him good, too. I feed him real good. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Jay says, I thought Carrie was going to flip us off. I know. I was working on my left hand that's youthless.
Oh, youthless?
It's useless. Trying to figure that one out. Jay, you got me. Mark W. Taking a chance, sounding like Girly Man with Arnold here, but what power amp would you recommend to hook up a modeler like Headrush or the like to a guitar cab? Are you growling? Geraldine.
Yes, so since you sound like a girly man, I'll sound like Arnold then. So basically, go to KSR. And if you don't know how to spell KSR, it's KSR. Go to the website. They make a PA50. It's an all-tube power amp. It's about this big here. It's about as big as my bicep. That's all how big it is, which is actually very huge. But anyway, it's it'll power your cab, and you'll have 50 watts of tube power, and it has a negative feedback knob on it, so you can dial things in even better. It's very good. I would highly recommend it over anything else out there. It's very nice. So go get that, and you'll love it.
Jim says, I purchased the Brutal preset pack. Can't wait to play it.
Oh, cool, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me, or somebody actually bought my, one of my God, I'm putting in wrong, my preset packs on the QC the other day, and he still hasn't followed me. So he's got to follow me for me to send this. So Zach, if you're watching, you got to follow me so we can be friends, and then I can send this to you. Otherwise, I can't send it to you. That's how it works in the app. Unfortunately.
ADA MP1 says YouTube make going to work on Monday a lot better. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ronnie K, Engel Fireball, how much?
Probably around 15 is what I want to sell it for. I think that's kind of like the going rate. It's in perfect shape. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't really need it. So, yeah, he still hasn't. I followed him. Yeah, it's like, dude, you know, and he's probably going to put me on blast on Facebook. Like, yeah, don't buy from him. It's like, bro, you got to. I even emailed him. Like, dude, please follow me back on the app so I can send these to you.
Paul says he's been here, but he didn't check in. He's helping his wife pack for Florida.
Ah.
Nice.
Yeah, good man.
Ooh, Dave Rebell, Canadian Moonshine, 40 Creek Honey Spice Honey.
Yeah, we need some of that.
We need some of that.
Yeah, that's some happiness in a bottle.
What's the border like right now?
I don't know. What is it like?
I don't know.
We'll have to hook up, Dave. We'll have to get together, have some dinner.
We could just go to. How far away is their distillery? I've been there once. I just can't remember how far. Yeah, that's what I was.
Probably 4 hours.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think it's right by Dave, and he's 4 hours from here.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. Let's see. Where are we at? The Laugh Out Loud puns. By the way, what kind of pedal captures can QC do? Only overdrive and DS?
Yes, only overdrive and distortion pedals. Which is, it's nice though, because I've actually captured all of my pedals, and I actually have a capture pack of those too. And man, these pedals turned out good. In fact, I did the Eros, which is one of my favorite pedals, and I did several different modes in it. So you have all the best modes in the Eros pedal, the KSR Eros. Man, those came out great. I mean, the capture I'm using tonight in here it's probably the Mud Killer. No, the Precision Drive. Yeah. That's what's in there. So,
Mark W says your Arnold is spot on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I hang out with Arnold all the time. I give him training tips, so he's always like, "Yeah, I'll teach you how to do my voice better." So that's how we work it out. We work it.
Sunnyboy76 asked, "Will you make me some Headrush Prime clones for whenever Sweetwater gets them sent out?"
Well, I would love to. As long as I can get my hands on one, I would absolutely love making some clones for you guys. I mean, it's just a matter of getting my hands on one. I don't want to buy another piece of gear to make profiles and captures and clones and, you know, lions and tigers and bears.
Okay. Yeah, that's where my brain went.
Same here. I don't want to do that because I'm just tired of, because I have to sell X amount before I even pay for the unit, you know, and I don't know what the market's like for those, so... But if I get my hands on one, I'll do it.
He was eating something back there.
Eating carpet?
You will stop it. No eating carpet. Yeah. Stop it. Let's see. Braxel, how does the QC download work with your packs? I want to get the Mark 7. Does it have any clean tones at all? Is he, you want me to go?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing over there. What was the question again?
How does the QC downloads work with your packs? I want to get the Mark VII. Does it have any clean tones at all?
It doesn't have a clean tone, but I can send you a clean tone of like another amp that I have, like the Diesel Herbert or the JP.
Yeah,
and
you've got something.
I think the JP would be very good. In fact, the JP clean is exactly the same as the Mark VII. I shot them out, and there's no difference. I mean, they're very, very close. In fact, I don't think there's a difference at all. So I can make a JP clean channel and include that in the pack for you. Just give me a little bit of time, and I can make that happen. But yeah, just email me, and we'll make that. We'll make all that work, and shouldn't be a problem at all.
He found a candy wrapper.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
Pepper. You don't eat that stuff.
Let's see. Sonny boy having thumb issue. You're not the only one. Dave Rebell, sadly, as long as the current administration keeps requesting for vaccination pass, you're not crossing.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
that
nuts.
sucks.
2 hours, though. Maybe
Yeah.
2.5 hours to the
Gotcha.
distillery.
Justin Trudeau's a douche.
By the
Hate
way,
that guy.
I still have 2 26ers of the quality stuff.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Tony says that Dave, no vaccination pass needed or required now to get here in Canada.
Oh, interesting.
Well, 2.5 hours that's not, you can do that in a
Too
day.
bad. Not too bad.
Flux says, if Line 6 comes out with a new Helix profiler and they gave you one to keep, would you switch from individual pedals to the new device and use it in 4-cable method with your amps for a while?
If it profiled, I would use it. I would probably do both with it. That's the nice thing about the thing. Yes, I would use it for both. I would use it for both captures, profiles, or whatever you want to call it, and a 4-cable method unit, which I think is awesome. But I do love my pedal board with all my real pedals. I enjoy that very much too. So that's the thing that's so nice about the Helix and Line 6 is they make hybrid type products where it's like, you know, it's like the MacGyver knife of products where if the profiles don't work for you, the captures don't work for you, what models, God, all these names for everything.
I think you need dinner.
Yeah. If the models don't work for you, you can use a 4-cable method and it's still great. So I would totally do that.
Braxel wants your email again, please.
Oh, it's in the description. Let me make sure it's in the description.
I would type it in for you, but YouTube won't let it be seen.
Yeah, it's weird. Let me make sure it's in the description.
Steve-O, the Herbert clean tone is my go-to. Use it for silent lucidity.
Oh, it's awesome, man. It really is. It's a great clean tone. Yeah, contact Jarrod here. Jarrod_Rain@yahoo.com.
Rain, like REIGN.
Yeah, but it's in the description, so just scroll down. You'll see it. So go ahead and email me, and we'll make it happen.
Steve-O, the Herbert, already read that. Vince Salutari. Hey, Jarrod, any update you can provide on some Tonex captures?
Yes, thanks for asking. I just got my new computer hooked up, so that's what was slowing me down because my older computer, as good as it was, it just took forever to do these captures. So I was like, well, I'm not going to start doing this until I get my new computer hooked up. Now I do, and it's all set up and running, so after next weekend, I can start doing that again. And I can't wait to release those because I think they're going to come out really good.
Let's see. Dave said he just tried and was turned back from entering the USA, but maybe things have changed in the last few weeks. That would be nice. I need a trip to Waterford, Michigan.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over here.
He has 2 bottles to deliver to Jarrod and Carrie.
Oh, dude.
That's right. We want to drink it.
Yeah, I might pay you for a few more because man, we don't get together often enough, and yeah, I want to make the trip worth it for everybody, right? And when she comes over here, nothing is sacred in my cupboards.
No.
She just
Nope.
especially if it's stuff she really likes. She's like, that's mine. I'm eating, drinking, whatever, all that. She raids my pantry, my fridge.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I know. And she's the only one allowed to do that.
I try not to eat or drink the very last little bit of things.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, but you'll drink everything but that last little bit. I saved you some. There's 3 drips in there.
Oh, let's see. Dave says, love you guys. 5 a.m. comes early.
Oh, love you too, man.
Braxel, I think I missed your email. I had to see what my wife needed. Those darn wives. It's in the description. If you X out of the live chat and then, hit the arrow to scroll down in the description, you'll see how to contact him there.
Yeah.
But it's Jarrod_Rain@yahoo.com, and it's Rain like REIGN.
Yeah,
But it is in the description.
Yeah, so just scroll down. You'll see it says contact Jarrod here. So go ahead and email me, and we'll make it happen.
Jay wants to know, what about the 3-chord?
The 3-chord whiskey.
No,
Whoever
thanks.
wants that. Oh,
I know.
that stuff is just disgusting.
Disgusting. Jean says, I miss the days when you could go to Canada or Mexico whenever you wanted without a passport.
I know,
Yeah,
it's fun.
growing up, we could go to Canada just with the driver's license, and
Yeah.
no big deal. I did some school shopping and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought I would get some different things if we went to Canada.
Yeah.
Have something unique.
Yeah, Canadian clothes are so much better.
Not better, just more just
Canadian
unique.
Levi's are just, wow, they're so different.
I think I missed somebody. Sunnyboy76, how about the Neural Amp modeler? Have any plans to make a video on that?
The Neural, the NAM, yeah, I do want to do that in the future, yes. I was just, I keep bringing up the computer, but that's really what's been holding me up from doing a lot of things. I had to get that new computer installed, so I'll be working on that in the future. Yep.
Somebody named Natural Aquarium. When is Tone Wars raw sewage 180 watt tube amp coming out?
It's coming, man. We're working on it right now. In the depths of the city, it's birthed out of the
Little
raw
Peppy's
sewage.
poo. Little Peppy poo.
Yeah, Pepper's gonna have a channel on it, aren't you?
Yeah. You're done, aren't you? You want to go upstairs.
Yeah, he wants
And
snacks.
play.
Yeah, he wants snacks.
Braxel says, when your wife calls you, you go and you do not ask questions. That's right.
Nope, you just, yep. If she says jump, you say how high.
Flux, have you tried any Catlin bred pedals like the Tribute Boost pedal?
No, I haven't.
Stop the growling.
No, I haven't. I haven't tried any of those.
Do you want up here?
Let me play a song real quick.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second. pepper. Do the peppy dance.
Peppy dance. Yeah. Well, it is almost 9 o'clock.
Yes, it is.
He's probably laying on my microphone,
Yeah.
and I'm driving everybody nuts.
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry.
Yeah, man, I had a good time tonight. That was fun conversing with everybody, and you know, it's good to have the back and forth on stuff. I respect everybody's opinions. I respect everybody's gear choices. You know, like I said, I didn't make that video to stir up anything. That's just what I think. I just think that things are changing and going a different direction, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think we all evolve, and you know, we get attached to things, but then eventually we kind of understand, like, yeah, well, this might have some, you know, options or some features that I like better, and maybe it's time that I moved on to that, you know. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with hanging on to what you like, you know. But I just think we should not get too tribal about it, because at the end of the day, these companies, you know, they don't care about you. They just want to make a product that makes them money, and at the end of the day, that's really all it's about. It's just business, you know. So why be tribal for somebody who won't even send you a Christmas card? It just doesn't make any sense, you know. They don't give a crap, you know. So pick what works best for you.
Yep, it's a good time to bow out. We're talking about fart boxes now.
Oh.
Dutch oven pedal.
Dutch oven pedal.
A stinker overdrive.
Nice. Can't wait to play some of those. There is a fart pedal. It makes fart noises.
Oh, God.
With every riff that you play, it makes fart noises.
You can make a fart song.
Ola reviewed it a while back. It was kind of funny.
Jay told everybody that he's been recording his farts for years.
He has, actually.
10 years. He's waiting until a fart profiler pedal comes out so he can sell his captures.
Captures. Yeah, profiled farts. See, if you model your farts, it's just not as good. I mean, Jay's are profiled. They're just they're better, and they're scratch and sniff. So.
Ew. Jeez. I think Peppy farted a minute ago. You stink. You the stinky one.
Yeah, sure. Blame it on the dog.
Yeah. Pew. Well, it's been a good night tonight.
Yeah, it has
I'm
been.
Glad to
It's
hang
been
out
fun.
with you guys.
Yeah, it was fun. I appreciated the back and forth. I really do. So anyways, guys, well, I got some videos coming up this week. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something about the whole tribal thing, I think. So,
Ronnie K, thank you for watching. He says, I love this channel.
hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
CS wants to go back to real amps. No.
Hey, I mean, that's fine. Hey, I play my real amps all the time. I love them, you know. So, well, again, thanks, guys, for joining us. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go smoke some salmon.
Yes. I'm going to go potty.
And hang out with Peppy. Thanks for sharing.
Have a great week. We'll see you again next Sunday.
Yeah.
And like he always says,
Every day's a gift.
and thank you for spending part of yours with us. And Peppy.
And Peppy. All right, guys, y'all have a great night. Love y'all. We'll see you all very soon.